Manaklavinagar Engineering College along with Ms. Vimala to light the second phase. Yes. I request the HOD, MBA, MVIT, Dr. Bhaskar and Mr. Vijayakumar to light the next phase. I request Mr. Harihara Pandyam and Dr. S. Bhaskaran, Superintendent of Police, to light the next phase of the lamp. I request Ms. Bhuvaneshwari and Ms. Andal to light the fifth Jyoti. Ms. Bhuvaneshwari and Ms. Andal for the next Jyoti. Let us have a photograph, please. There. Thank you. Dignitaries, please take your seats on the dais. I request Dr. S. Bhaskaran, Superintendent of Police, to take his seat on the dais. Hospitality is unarguably one of the defining qualities of our Puducherry Human Resource Circle. Our measurable hearts do become immeasurable when our guests are around us. Today, as we specially celebrate this landmark, our hearts are inspired with joy on your readiness to be with us. Today, dear guests present on and off the dais, you are so precious to us. To formally welcome the gathering, I invite Ms. G. Bhuvaneshwari, Manager HR and Admin from Sri Aurobindo Society, to welcome the gathering.
Happy morning, one and all. It's a great privilege to welcome this august gathering who have made it possible to spare their valuable personal time to participate in this event. We welcome our chief guest, Dr. M. Ramakrishnan, who amid his hectic schedule is present here to deliver the keynote address. Welcome, sir. CHRO of Kemfab Alkalis Limited, Mr. Siddharth Nandi, Factory Site Head of Hindustan Limited, and Ms. G. Andal, General Manager Account and Operations of Rupakavi Power Private Limited, to this Maha event. An event of this magnitude will not be possible without generous sponsorship, our well-wishers and great sponsors. It's our honor to welcome Dr. Basingam of Alpha Group of Institution, Mr. Venkatachalapati, Director and Principals of SMVEC, Mr. Malarkan, Principal of MVIT, a team from Lockskim Solutions, Mr. Mukundan of Marvel Management, a team from Workaholic, Mr. Nandakumar Menon, Joint Director of Labrox Labor Linings, team from Kempfer Balkalis, team from GDA Security, Mr. Suresh and Rajendran of Padma's Catering, Mr. Rajashekar of Sai Saktishwari, Ms. Primate HR Consultancy, and Mr. Sivakumar from Tata Mutual Fund, and team from SDB Securities. We extend our hearty welcome to successful. Last but not the least, we welcome the media personnel, photographers, and others who have come here.
All good, Puducherry Human Resource Circle is a registered professional body under the Societies Act. There are around 200 plus professional HR members from in and around Puducherry. We have around 31 plus new members who have joined our forum this year. Our professional AV team, led by Mr. Sai Arun, Manager HR and Admin, Sharon Solutions Limited, and by Mr. M. Krishnaraj, Manager HR, Librax Rubber Line Private Limited, along with their team, has created an AV for us. Let us have the AV, please. it. You have done a wonderful job, Bhuvneshwari. Thank you. I welcome Siddharthanandi, Factory Site Head, Hindustan Unilever Limited, to kindly take his honorable seat on the dais. Ms. Lokeshwari, Assistant Manager HR and Admin, Natural Capsules Limited, is here to make an announcement.
Good morning to all. Our Vice President, Mr. P.D. Shekhar, and our Secretary, Mr. Tirupati, has submitted their resignation and requested to relieve them as they have relocated to Chennai. As the members of PDY HRC are present here, may we seek the alternate member for the post of Vice President and Secretary. I request the members to nominate the persons for the relevant post.
For Vice President, we are nominating Harihara Pandian, sir.
I nominate Harihara Pandian for the position of Vice President, PDY HRC.
I nominate Mr. Harihara Pandian, DGM Kempha Balkalis, for the position of Vice President.
HR Manager working with Swastik Group as Secretary.
I propose Varadarajan as Secretary to Pondicherry HR Circle.
Put your hands to welcome our new VP, Mr. Harihara Pandian, DGM HR, Kempa Valikalis, and Mr. Varadarasu, Manager HR and Admin, Swastik Group of Companies. May I request Mr. Harihara Pandian and Mr. Varadarasu on the dais, please.
Congratulations to the new team. All roads that lead to success have to pass through Hard Work Boulevard at some point. When youngsters were aspiring to pursue a career in HR, looking upon someone to nurture and guide them in their field of passion, Puducherry Human Resource Circle dawned in the month of September 2016. We started off as a monthly discussion among few HR professionals, and then it transformed into regular monthly meetings with a tremendous success. I now invite Mr. A. Varadarasu, Manager HR and IR, Swastik Caps Private Limited, and the Secretary of Puducherry Human Resource Circle to deliver the Secretary report.
And every HR professionals and students for their support to make our 5th annual convention at a grand level. I thank committee members for putting their efforts during their hectic schedules to make our event grand. I especially thank our mentor, Mr. Kannan sir, for driving us for a grand event. With this, I am honored to read our annual report. Every month we used to conduct monthly meeting. Technology in HR, employment engagement activities in non-manufacturing areas, self-managed team, sexual harassment for workmen in workplace, role of security agency in industrial security, importance of wealth management and financial planning, leadership greatness, and interactive session on EPF and EPS, improving safety culture and employee safety behavior, an interactive session on ESI. And then regarding e-magazine, every year we used to publish e-magazine Bloom. We'd like to put your hands together to Ms. Tamichelvi, Mr. Balamurli and Satish Kumar for successful compiling articles and publishing their third official e-newsletter of PDOA-HRC. We encourage members of PDOA-HRC and their family members to contribute articles in our e-newsletter. Regarding the safety protocols and in convention, health and safety of our members have always been our priority. Thanks to Mr. Harihara Pandian for organizing this spacious hall for this convention. Mr. Vinod Kumar of Kevin Care has sponsored individual sanitizers to participants. Ms. Nisha has continued her support for this year's convention too by bringing along with her medical team from MGMC and RI. Thank you, Mr. Hari sir, Vinod sir and Nisha ma'am. The first set of ID cards was issued to members and the next batch of cards are being issued today. We request members to furnish data to enable us to issue ID cards. Thank you, Mr. Sai, for organizing the ID cards. Members of PDOA-HRC were invited to have a discussion regarding the skill development program under DDUGKY scheme for imparting skill training to rural students. Around 2,000 students have been targeted to be trained in next 2 years. We were approached by the employment officer to participate in the job fair organized at St. Joseph College. A consortium of employers and members of PDOA-HRC teamed up at the job fair for talent acquisition. The involved idea was mooted by Mr. Krishnaraj to issue monthly compliance calendar. The calendar for the year 2022 was released and personally delivered to members. Participation of members in events. Ms. Bhuvaneshwari participated in Puducherry Auroville Poetry Music Festival. She also received an award from Lieutenant Governor Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan for participating in jail reformation activities. She was also honored by SVCET. Ms. Tamichelvi delivered a session on leadership skills at SVEC and a session on women's safety in leadership at Avinashi Lingam Institute of Home Science. Mr. M.A. Kannan sir delivered a session on You Can't Spell Success Without You and HR Dashavadar at SMVEC. Ms. Shivaranjani delivered a session on personality skill development as SVCET. PDOA-HRC is planning for the following events. PDOA-HRC hosted its first job fair in Puducherry in 2018. We are planning to organize a job fair in Puducherry during February 2021. We request employers present here to support this event. We also plan to conduct an inter-college HR quiz competition among students pursuing management studies in Pondicherry and Tamil Nadu during March 2022. We request placement officers of educational institutions to encourage their students to participate in this event. I thank everyone for giving me an opportunity to present this annual report. Thanking you all.
Thank you, Mr. Varadarasu. I invite Mr. D. Roji, Manager HR and Admin, Electrotech Engineers, and the Treasurer of PDY-HRC to deliver the Treasurer report.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, one and all present here. I'm here to present the income and expenses statement for the period of April 2020 to 31st March 2021. Opening balance